suicide. These self-help sort of gurus try to apply the same method with a one-size-fits-all, and it never works. What the hell is this? Another fool shot up a school and we know the cat was sick. And all these dudes want to blame the tool, that's stupid as it gets. Another crew on the teletube blaming gun ownership. You can miss me with that miss, cause I ain't never shot a man. And the only time I would lay him down, he aggressing on my fam. And you like to make it much harder for me to protect all my land. Cry crocodile tears so you can just feel good at grandstand. Bro, you stupid in a trance. No matter how much you get to sobbing on TV, every single gun law is an infringement. Period. Look, I ain't just saying this just to say this. The state is a criminal, crooked organization. So you look like a buffoon thinking that you can save this. Looking to Big Daddy government every time dismay hits. These fools done killed 250 million men and women and children, all due to their ill sins over the last century. So why would I fiddle with them? This crap is not meant for me. Let that power get reeled in. They act like I can't govern myself, so they keep running for help, begging the state to monitor wealth, and you'll get thrown in a cell. Deviate, they throw you in jail. Maybe you the one that's crazy with that bad mental health. So I think you really should back up. Man can't govern himself but can rule over everyone else. That don't even add up. And every time I'm bringing this up to you, you get mad, huh? But that's the reason I remain fearless and pick this pad up. This ain't a gimmick, this ain't a joke. State agents of it is really out there ruining people's lives, and that's the source of a lot of people's problems. Sit back and remember, way back in December, back when I packed, when I entered, back when I slacked in the winter, back when I actually had the time to take naps in the center of the bed, but there wouldn't.
What up, everybody? What up? What up? What up? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. How was everybody's day today? Long day for me, I'll tell you that much. A long day for me. Tired, my body hurt, you know. All for the course though, right? Say what's up to everybody in the chat. Jimmy Doss, what's going on? Jimmy Doss, Hotep. What's going on? What up, James? Happy you can join us tonight. Natasha Kayleen, always nice to see you in the chat. Papa Onaya, what's going on? Nice to see you in the chat tonight. Pop Hotep, peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. My man, salute Steph Colonel. See you out there. What's going on, Stacy? Good to see you in the chat tonight. We got Jabari Allen in the chat tonight. Hold on me. Going on, Jabari? Got Kawhi 689. Going on, salute. Andy Bob, my man, what's up? Queen D, always nice to see you. Salute the Super Carlo. Emmanuel Presley, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Hotep in the Jab of Thrones. I hear y'all. So check it, right? So today I ain't really had a lot of time to be on the, on the social media today, the interweb, stuff like that. Had a lot going on. But get home, I start scrolling, and I see a message from the White House. I see a message from the White House. I mean, they out here tripping. They yo, you talk about fear porn? A message from the White House with a, you know what I mean? If you ain't know, if you wasn't, hip to it, you feel me? You be like, you be running to get in the line, you know what I mean? Holy smokes. You know what I mean? They sitting there selling straight up fear porn. I mean, holy smokes. Who was it that posted that? I think it was I think I seen it on Coach Felicia. I think I seen it on her joint first. If I can't find that again. Here we go, right here. Bring it up I'm gonna bring it up. Check this out. We're intent on not letting the Omarion disrupt work and school for the Yamin. You've done the right thing, and we'll get through this. But for the Unyamin, you're looking at a winter of severe illness, death for yourselves, your families, and the hospitals you may soon overwhelm. What? What, they have Stephen King write this shit? God damn, man. They wildin'. Like really, like who okayed that? You know what I mean? Who okayed that? What I've been telling y'all. What have I been telling y'all? I said it in a few videos. I said it in a few live chats. That dark winter that they was talking about, that's here. That's here. Just today, we get word that Governor Hogan here in Maryland, he done caught the remix despite being doubled up on the Yamin. He might even got the booster. Who knows? You know what I mean? But we just found that out. And I'm thinking that, I think coming down the pike, we about to be back on that, back in time out, I think it's going to start with the kids. The kids going to go back on their virtual learning, and it's going to snowball from there. You know what I mean? Let's look at the season that we in. You know what I mean? We're in cold and flu season. And you know what they're going to do with them numbers. Flu just going to magically disappear, and all them numbers going to become Omarion. You know what I mean? I tell you, I mean, it's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? It's too much. This is too much right here. You know what I mean? If you wanted to uninform people and you read that, you hauling ass to your nearest CVS or your nearest Walgreens or your nearest Patient First or whatever to go get that, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? This is, I'm telling you, people not understanding. They're not understanding what's coming down the pike. You know what I mean? They're not, and it's just sad. It's sad that they're not going to see it coming. You know what I mean? Boy, I tell you. Anyway, I'm not sure about this. Let me see something. But yeah, sorry about that, guys. Had to check some stuff out. I see Emmanuel Presley, DC mandates is coming soon. I guarantee it. I guarantee it's coming soon, bro. You already know. You already know. You know what I mean? It's people don't understand it. People don't understand that what's coming down the pike. You know what I mean? They don't understand that that's, that they're stealing their own fate. You know what I mean? They don't understand that. Marching themselves right back. Sorry guys, my chat's not popping up for some reason. Anyway, plus I can't superimpose it on the screen for some reason. Not sure what the deal is with that. So, Super Carlo, Jab Crow Joe, exactly. Pop up Hotep. I'm designing our gulag. Enos, let me know what number you want on the back. I got you. Exactly, bro. You know what I mean? It's getting too much, man. You know. So let me take you over here. This story is from ABC News. The Unyamin are looking at the winner of a severe illness and death. Whitehouse. About 40% of the country is Unyamin. The White House chief coordinator of the U.S. remix response has a strong warning for Unyamin Americans ahead of a projected surge in cases over the next few weeks. If you got the Yamin, we've done the right thing, and we will get through this. White House remix coordinator Jeff Zients said. I never heard of him. For the Unyamin, you're looking at a winter of severe illness and death for yourselves, your family, and the hospitals you may soon overwhelm. So in a briefing with reporters on Friday, Zients, he said this Friday? Zients and the White House Yamin response team, a task force, which includes Center for Disease Control and Prevention, Director Rochelle Walensky, and Chief Medical Advisor, Dr. You know what I'm talking about, Dr. Fossey, highlighted the importance of initial Yamins, which offer strong protection against a severe illness. Like I said, our governor just came down with a case of the remix, despite being doubled up, possibly tripled up on the Yamin. But they want us to believe that the Yamin is going to protect us from the Omarion, when they told us that the Omarion was Yamin resistant. But I digress. But strongly emphasize the need for fully Yamin Americans to go out and get their and get the trifecta. They want you. They encouraging the people that already got two of them to get that trifecta, which offers the best protection against the new Omarion variant. Get out of here. That's like, y'all, like, okay. Like, the mental gymnastics you need to make that make sense is just Olympic level, man. I'm telling you. The optimal protection is fully Yamin plus the boost, Fauci said. So the bottom line of what we've been telling you all along is it is critical to get the Yamin if you're Yamin. I mean, get the Yamin. If your Yamin is critical and optimal protection to get boosted. So it's critical to get double, but it's also critical to be boosted. Like, they bugging, man. They bugging. They tripping, yo. I don't know what else to say about it. They tripping. Cassius Cam, what up, Cassius? You remember when the chubby Pfizer employee was saying he was going to use blow darts and to jab people? They about to break him out. He might be. Super Carlo. Kids have a higher chance of getting off on the commute to school than from the Yamin. That's true. You know, Natasha, this whole situation is depressing. You're right. They're coming for our children. People need to wake up. You're right. The way they're pushing it makes me think that they've grossly lied about the amount of people who, of course they did. Not only that, they're lying about, these so-called breakthrough cases. You know what I mean? They're trying to downplay these breakthrough cases. Like I said in one of my videos, at a point, Maryland, 46% of our hospitalizations from the Yamin or from the remix was people who was double jabbed. You know what I mean? But they don't tell you that. They still pushing this propaganda on getting the Yamin. And people they don't. I don't know why they don't make sense. Queen D, they've been after our kids. Yeah, they definitely have. You know what I mean? They definitely been after our kids. Can't argue that. You know what I mean? Can't argue that. at all. You can't argue it at all. Straight up. Let me see something. 1 second. Hold on, guys. But yeah, so Steph, we need to cancel these people for real. You right. You know what I mean? You're 100% right. You know, like I said, like, you know what's coming down the pipe. First off, they're gonna go back to virtual learning, and what if the kids go back to school? The trifecta going to be on their V schedule. It's about to get real, like straight up. Hey, one in the chat if you can still hear me. One in the chat if you can still hear me. All right, cool. All right, that's what's up. Make sure the redacted ain't messing with us. Oh, here we go. We working again. What we got here? Cory Booker and Senator Warren all triple jab. Yeah, and they got it. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all know what season we in. Y'all know what season we in. We're in that cold or flu season. You know, everybody gonna get a cold or they gonna get the flu, but those numbers ain't gonna matter because they not gonna count them numbers. All that stuff gonna count to this Omarion variant. They're gonna use this to gaslight. They're gonna use this to strike fear into people, and they're gonna start inflating them numbers again. You know what I mean? This gonna be a yearly thing. You know what I mean? Like everybody keeps saying, wait, this is a test run for the for the midterm variant. Like straight up. You know what I mean? Yeah, you're right. People got to stop testing. I agree. Remember what old Donnie T said when he said that? When Donnie T said that, what happened? Man, they almost lost their minds. They almost lost their minds out here. They lost their minds in the streets when he said that. Oh, you know they grifting straight up. James, 2019, the year we ended the flu. Yeah, you right, yo. The flu's been non-existent since 2019. We're literally working on 3 years. Yeah. We right now we is 2 years into 2 weeks to slow the spread. How about that? Yeah, that midterm variant coming. I think they changed the PCR testing requirements. Having all these cases all of a sudden doesn't sit right. Yeah, you're right. You know, shout out to Dr. Tanai Ricks for when he came on and he on Hotep's Been Told You, and he explained how that PCR test worked. You know, and I ain't no doctor or nothing. I got the tweet somewhere back in March where, I said it, even before I became Hotep. I think I was Black Patriot at the time or some shit like that. Anyway, I said that shit when it first happened. I was like, hey, yo, what if, the flu is a primer for, a positive test? And then come to find out, if you got a dead virus in you because, the flu, the common cold, pneumonia, that's all a part of that, that umbrella of viruses. You know what I mean? And at first, remember, they were running with the name Corona. You know what I mean? And now they got the names for all this stuff. It's and there are all these ominous names, Delta and Lambda and Mu, and you know what I mean? All that stuff is getting out of hand. Natasha, stupid 19 is here, but the good news is suddenly, yeah, right, exactly. You know what I mean? He don't have no. Biden ain't got no plan. He never had a plan. When he first got in the office, he used everything. He used all of Donnie T's plans. He used all of Donnie T's plans, which actually, you know what I mean? They were working, and then they rolled them back. They came back when the so-called Donnie T plans was working. That's when you start seeing all these variants. By the way, shout out to Hotep Jesus. If you ain't see his live stream earlier, go check that out. Go check that joint out. It was really informative. You know what I mean? But people who even paid attention in biology in high school or fucking Magic School Bus, variants, they happen regardless. all viruses have variants. Remember, went from the flu, we had the bird flu, we had the swine flu, you know what I mean? We had all that, different variants of the flu, different variants of other viruses. You know what I mean? They always have different variants, but they're making it seem like, we didn't foresee this coming. Like, really? You didn't foresee this coming? Come on. Really? Yeah, it was definitely legit. The PCR test was never valid. It was never valid, and they knew that. And they ran with it. You know what I mean? Because bacteria can replicate. You know what I mean? Viruses can't replicate. You have to artificially replicate the virus in order to even get a accurate reading for the PCR test. And that's left up to that's subjective. If you run up past a certain amount of cycles, you're gonna generate a false positive. You know what I mean? But again, they don't want you to know that. They overestimated the yamming. They would just overestimate the positive numbers. Yeah, you're right. Can't believe anything comes from the status at all. Hey, what's funny though? I like the Black Patriot, yo. He need to get some run, yo. You know what I mean? He played a pivotal role in the Civil War series, if you read the comics. But I digress. Yeah, you're right. The plan is more shots in the EU. You know what I mean? What? They approved? This is crazy. Are you serious? It's only a matter of time where they okay the shot for kids coming out of the womb. You know that, right? You know that's coming down the pipe. Donnie T had a plan because he informed the people of treatment possibilities before he launched the yammine. Yeah, you know what I mean? And you saw how they went to work on him about, it's bleach and blah, 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 blah. And then the minute he out of office, now all of a sudden they're viable options. They're great therapeutics. And like I say before, you can't call this, the yammine a yammine. It's not what it is. If you want to call it a therapeutic and it can massage some symptoms, then that's what you call it. But it definitely ain't a vaccine. Simple as that. Telling you. Seeing what heart attack and stroke ads all of a sudden, just saying, yeah. Oh yeah, from Jump Street was a lot of false positives. Straight up. Dr. Rick Silver, yeah, 100%. Yeah, for the PCR, they had to crank way too high and waited until, yep, you 100% right, James. That's exactly what happened. My boy stuck out in Aruba after test. Are you serious? That's crazy. That's crazy. Damn. AG 400. 4 co-workers at my restaurant pop positive. All fully yammine. I got sick too. No yammine and tested negative. Damn. Okay. Was working with them before they got it too. Farmer heads at my job can't fathom it. I guarantee it. That's I'm sure that's happening everywhere else. Salute the AG. What up? Yeah, everything mutates. Every virus mutates and it has a different variant. You know what I mean? And apparently they even taught that how to fucking affect humans because it couldn't. You know what I mean? That's one thing. This gain of function research, like, I swear I never understood that. Like, yeah, let's create this. Let's create this shit right here, just in case somebody else decides to create it and we know how to stop it. It doesn't make sense. So, what's crazy though? So I was reading the story. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull it up for y'all. Right? So it's from Forbes, right? Check this out. The remix surges in 4 of the 5 most vaccinated states. But get this. They're trying to say, but the shots help keep hospitalization/deaths down. Goodness gracious. The remix cases in the United States are skyrocketing as winter sets in. I wonder why. With some of the most highly Yammine states, including 4 of the top 5 most Yammine, fighting to contain the country's worst outbreaks, prompting officials to reinstate restrictions and ramp up booster efforts to ease the burden on struggling hospitals. First off, these hospitals ain't struggling. They was never struggling. If they was struggling, they wouldn't be releasing all of these nurses and, you know what I mean, all these medical professionals. Like, I didn't understand that from get-go. Like, all right, so if we so overwhelmed and this thing is such a big deal, why are these nurses getting laid? Why was all these nurses getting laid off in the beginning and middle and now? You know what I mean? That just tell me that y'all ain't overworked. You know what I mean? If he's overworked, then you be trying to get as much help as you can get. You know, but I digress. I see you in the chat, Protocol. How you doing? How you doing? Let's check this out. Key facts. Of the 5 states with the highest proportion of residents fully Yammine against the remix, 4, Rhode Island, Maine, Connecticut, and Massachusetts, in positions 2 through 5, respectively, are now battling the worst remix outbreaks in the country, according to data collected by the New York Times. Rhode Island, with an average of 103 cases per 100,000 people each day over the last 7 days, recorded the highest number of cases in the country, followed by Maine, 80 per 100,000, Connecticut, 74, and in 5th, Massachusetts, 70. And then let's say in 6th, and that's in 6th place. You see what I'm talking about? So during cold and flu season, they're gonna ramp up them numbers. 2, these states got the highest rate of jabbed up people, and they still battling the worst outbreak ever. But if you go on to read, which I will, they start not counting cases. They start saying, "Oh, these is just cases," but they're not hospitalizations, right? They just call count. Now, before they was trying to count cases as the worst thing in the world. Now they trying to say, "Well, they just cases. They're not hospitalizations, though." You know what I mean? Here we go. So though fighting some of the worst outbreaks, highly Yammine states are largely managed to keep the worst outcomes of infection at bay, and data on hospitalizations and death rates largely shows states with above average Yammine rates to fare far better than poorly Yammine counterparts. See what I'm talking about? So now they counting. Now they only now the cases is a good thing, and the hospitalizations, they're not happening, right? Meanwhile, like I said, Maryland, 46% of our Yammine hospitalizations are people that have been double jabbed. It's the same for the most part around the United States. So these breakthrough cases ain't so breakthrough, is they? You know what I mean? Now they just stop calling them breakthrough cases. That's that's what I'm telling you. Stop calling them breakthrough cases, because that's not what they are. You know, it's just all fear. They're selling fear. They want to get, I don't know what the play is. I don't know why they want to so compliant. 60% of the United States has got the Yammine. 60% of the United States has got the Yammine. They got 2 shots. You feel me? Now they trying to force everybody else off, to get it, get down or lay down. Like I said, and I said it before, I think that everybody willing to get the shot, they got that. Everybody that did it reluctantly because they was going to lose their job or their livelihood, they got that. Now what's left is the people that's like, nah, I don't want it. And now they gotta make us get it. They gotta figure it out. They're gonna start attacking our pockets, our livelihoods. We ain't gonna be able to do anything. You know, was it yesterday? You know, I showed y'all. You know, go back and watch that live stream if you ain't seen it. Yesterday, I showed you what's happening in Germany. You know what I mean? People fleeing Germany like this shit is the 1940s. Because Germany, for one, they about to implement, I think it's $4,000. Like next year is like $4,000 fine for anybody that don't got that yamin. They're starting to hit people in their pockets. You know, they're pitting the citizens against each other. You know what I mean? The yamin against the unyamin. You know what I mean? And I made reference to Gina Carano's tweet that got her in so much trouble that got her kicked off the Mandalorian. You know what I mean? And I mean, she wasn't wrong. We're seeing it right now. We're seeing it right now. You know, and what you say? They said, somebody in the chat said they got a fifth. They got a fifth shot. They just approved the fifth shot. Like, come on! Like, you got to be kidding me right now. You know, a fifth shot. Like, if you got to get 5 shots to stop some shit, like, then clearly it doesn't work. Stacey, James, it's sad that people. So what Stacey said? I'm sorry, I'm all off on this thing. Hey, I like that. Get all these likes up, everybody. I appreciate it. Get the likes up. Let's get me in that algorithm. People start finding me. You know what I mean? Andy Bob, UCUs run 70 to 90% all the time in order to be profitable. Okay. Hospitals are for profit businesses. People don't understand that. You're right. They are. You know, they definitely are. If you start to dig, a lot of them are owned by investment banks. Facts. You know, hospitals get money from Medicare, Medicaid. So if they want to get paid, they got to do what the government. Hey, that's true too. We know that because, you know, what was it that we found out in the beginning? You know, the hospitals were getting what, 13 grand or 30 grand or something like that for each case that came in the hospital that they treated, something like that. You know, they're getting that from, you know, subsidized from the government. So of course those numbers is going to go up if you're getting that much money from the government for each case. You know what I mean? So oh, I don't know. I don't get me to lie to you. Probably not. Andy Bob, the most important number is infection fatality rate. Statistical. This bug isn't even in the top 10 of the 20. You're right. You know what I mean? Like I said, man, they're just selling fear. You know. Smacked in ATL. What's up? Salute. I tested positive for the amine today. Just finished my workout. Omari yawned up. You know what I mean? But that's what's going to happen. They're going to ramp them PCR tests up, like y'all was saying, and they're going to start. It's going to be it's going to be a bunch of false positives out here again. You know what I mean? You know, all I can do is, I know I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm not a doctor, but you know, I know enough to know. I know that I had this shit before, and I know because, you know, at the time, eating healthy and doing what I was supposed to do, water, vitamins, you know, vitamin C, vitamin D, zinc, K2 to make sure the vitamin D gets shuttled into my system. That was an everyday thing for me. Working out, water, starch-free diet, you know. Basically I was on keto, you know, and I caught the amine December 20. I caught the amine December 20. I had one bad day, and then I spent the rest of the 2 weeks in the house chilling. Couldn't smell nothing. That was it. My little brother, he had the Yami or the remix. He had the remix, and he just smelled pennies. He just smelled pennies. That was it. You know what I mean? My dad doesn't even have an immune system because he has something called polymyositis. He doesn't even have an immune system because of the treatment that he gets for that. He still kicked it. He the one that gave it to us, and he still kicked it. It took him a couple more weeks, you know, but he still kicked it, no problem. You know, when I say no problem, but he kicked it. You know what I mean? He wasn't hospitalized. We'll say it like that. You know what I mean? But you know, I was in pretty good shape. My little brother plays college football, so he was in really good shape. You know, and you know, he didn't have any symptoms other than he just smelled pennies. You know, it's just fear out there. You know, it's just fear. You know, and you know, I know HJ said that he had it and it whooped his ass. You know, I'm not going to go out and say that this ain't a real thing. You know, I'm not going to go out and say that everybody's going to have the same outcome that I did. You know, but you know, there are ways to help prevent those things. So, you know, if you go back and you read through some of Dr. Tanai Rick's, you know, his Twitter and his articles, man, you know, cytokine storms, you know, I think it's cytokine. Yeah. And, you know, you gotta keep the inflammation down. The minute you test positive or whatever, whether it's, you know, a false positive or not, you got to keep the inflammation down, you know. And I think that because I wasn't eating any pastas, any carbohydrates and sugars, I kept the inflammation down and the mucus down in my body, and I was able to, you know, my body was able to fight the virus off a lot better, you know. But you know, for the White House to come out and put that out and that be okay, and they put it out like it was really, you know, the thing to do, you know, that was just, like I like to say, intellectually lazy and dishonest. You know, you feeding on people's fear. You're preying on people's fear. You know, like, you know, everybody that got the Yamin, you good, but y'all didn't get the Yamin. You know, basically you said you hope we die is what you said. You know, and I really hope people are paying attention to that. You know, because a lot of the people that ain't get the Yamin, a lot of people that voted for Joe Nicholslick, it ain't just Republicans and conservatives and quote unquote conspiracy theories. You know what I mean? A lot of those people that don't want to get it are people that voted for Cop Mala and Joe Nicholslick. And I hope they're seeing it now. You know, but I don't know, because the one thing they all mad about and they want to cancel for is for student loans. Nothing else. They mad about the student loans. You know, but I hope them seeing this, and I hope them, you know, looking at the fear that they're trying to put into everybody to make them go get something that they don't want. I hope they really start to pay attention out here, man. You know what I mean? Thanks, Queen D. Appreciate it. Why you just got a runny nose? I feel you. Queen D, stay away from testing. Yeah, that's the thing. Like I said, you know, a lot of those things, you know, pop positive. You know, for example, my daughter, you know, she dances, and they had a little scare at their dance studio about a year ago. And, you know, took my daughter. She went, I say, I don't want her to take the rapid, but they gave her both. They gave her the rapid and they gave her the blood test. Her rapid test came back positive, and then, you know, she was all worried. I told her there's nothing to get worried about. And then her blood test came back negative. I said, that's the one you go with right there. You negative. I said, this rapid test is faulty, you know. And she got another blood test just to double check, and she was fine. You know. DC Mayor just brought the hammer down and said no more testing for DC government employees. Get the jab or else. Oh yeah, you knew that was coming down the pipe. They don't want to pay for everybody to get tested, or, you know, have people on the clock that's got to go to the doctors and get tested every week. You know, that's costing them money. You know, that was just them capping and trying to be nice to people. You know what I mean? Jimmy Dawes. They lied about who's at risk. They could have saved lives with specific protection for those at risk. Yeah, they definitely could have did that. If you got a terminal illness, or you got some issues with your immune system or whatever, you know, asthma, diabetes, cancer, whatever, stay home. Wear a mask. If you're otherwise healthy person, you want to take that chance, go out and do you, you know? Queen D, yeah, that's what I said. They giving people no options, yo. That's exactly what it is. You know what I mean? James, I'm pretty sure I got the OG in December 2019. I never got tested though, so I can't say for sure, but man, that thing messed me up for 3 weeks with another 3. Yeah, I know a lot of people that say, yo, I swear I got that in 2019. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of people. I think I had it in 2019. But you know, I know I for sure had it in 2020 though. James Evans, me either. You know, knock on this fake wood. Granted, they want people to kick the bucket. No more death. Let's keep their right. Let's keep them. I'm sorry, I'm losing it today. Granted, they want people to die. More death, less them. Yeah, more death, less them keep that emergency power. The state is murderous when it benefits them. They killed my pops, denying treatment in the early stage. Yeah, you know, and then they got rid of the right to try that Donnie T put in. You know. Yeah, he's right though. You know, but like I said, everybody went berserk. Kim, what up, boy? What up? I'm good, bro. I'm good. I'm happy to see you. I'm happy to see you in here. Hope everything going good with you? That's why some employers are having workers pay for their own testing. Yeah, a lot of employers are having their employees pay for their own testing. If it's coming out of their pockets, you know what I mean? Then people be like, you know, I'm tired of paying for these tests, $100 a test or whatever it's costing. You know what I mean? So they'll just, you know, just probably go get the, you know what I mean? Just, you know, war of attrition. Just a war of attrition. You know? And that's what it's going to end up being. It's going to end up being a war of attrition. It's going to end up being a war of attrition. Who can outlast who? You know what I mean? Who got the resources to keep it moving and stand 10 toes down on what they believe and not get bullied into getting it. You know what I mean? It's tough. It's tough. Yeah, one test kit is $100, right? Exactly. You know what I mean? They got the test you can do at home and all that other stuff, but they expensive. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know. Hey Kim, get my number from Tyrone. Tyrone got my number, yo. Get my number from him. Call me tomorrow. But you know, it's still, so like I said, it's gonna be a war of attrition. Who can outlast who? You know what I mean? They're gonna attack your pockets, they're gonna attack your way of living. You know what I mean? The thing is how far are you willing to go? You know, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. The government, they got nothing but time, money, and resources. You know what I mean? You know, but the thing is that we got the numbers. You know, we all came together and we took a stand and we voted with our pockets. We voted with, our pockets, our moving to states that more freer than certain states as far as, mandates and this and that go. At some point they got to listen to us, right? They got to listen to us. But I just wanted to jump on here tonight and I wanted to just touch on this a little bit. I mean, I thought this was just outrageous. You know what I mean? Just outrageous that they would sit here and they would promote this fear to people, making it look like, they're going to kick the bucket, if they don't get the Yami. What up, DMW? Salute. So, like I said, guys, Keep your head on the swivel. Keep on keeping on. Keep them toes 10 toes down. Stand up for what you believe in. They're gonna start coming hard at us. Pause. And like I said, that dark winter, it ain't coming. It's here. It's here, and they just told you that. Like I told you, they love the redacted, love telegraphing them punches. They love telegraphing them punches. For some reason, people keep getting hit in the face with that jab, man. Anyway, Cannon Hotep, man. I'll holla at you.